Oh, hello there. So this is my Rog Pony folding bicycle. I think it was from the former Yugoslavia, before Yugoslavia and the Eastern Bloc countries split into several smaller countries. And I bought this in the summertime, and it wasn't in the best of shape, but it's all right. I had to fix it up a bit. What I had to do, the paint was kind of rough, so I repainted the front forks. Nice shiny white. And of course I put new brake rubbers on. Front and back. I replaced all of the cables. Now originally the manufacturer threads the cables through the frame, but you know, when you do that, they would put them in through that little hole right there. But when you do that, and if you ever want to fold the bike, cables are going right through that main pipe right there, that main tube. If you ever want to fold the bike, you're putting quite a strain on the cables because it's a very tight radius there. So I preferred not to do that, and instead I routed the cables outside the bike and used zip ties to hold them in place. One piece of advice: whenever you're putting new cables on your folding bicycle, I advise you to be sure that you have the handlebars up as high as they will go when you do that. Because otherwise you may find if you cut the cables when the handlebars are lowered and then you raise them up, oops, the cables aren't long enough anymore. So that's just a little piece of advice. So when I got this bike, it was a little bit rough. The back wheel is from 1968 with lots of pitting in the chrome. And then the fender on the back is actually the front fender from some other bicycle. I have no idea what one, but you can see how it's cut off as the front fender is, and it's actually installed backwards. But I kind of like that because it sort of gives the bike a bit of a chopper look. Let's go over here. Another thing, if you're looking for a vintage folding bike, a really good thing to do is to be sure that the bike has high-rise handlebars on it, because these give you a lot more flexibility. You can rotate them really close to the seat if you want, or further away to adjust your riding position. And also, because the handlebars are high, you do not have to take this steering tube so far out of the frame of the bike. So it makes that setup for steering a lot stronger. I also painted the back forks, the seat stays and chain stays. Haven't really painted the main frame yet. I'm going to do something about that eventually. Those guys are a nice shiny white now. My new brake rubbers. I also took steel wool and shined up the aluminum chain guard as best as I could. I also bought a stainless steel chain to dress it up a bit that way. That's my chain. Previous owner, whoever it was screwing around with a bit of paint, and he actually sprayed over the pony decal, sprayed over the pony decals on the main tube. So you can't really see it, but it says pony under there. It's my Rog Pony. And there's where the cables would have been routed into the tube, and I used a zip tie instead. Put a new tire on the back. That's a 20-inch by 2-inch tire. Got it for 13 bucks. If you wanted it 20 by 1 3/4, which is the normal size for this when this bike was made, well, that would have cost me 50 bucks. And I wasn't prepared to do that. Not for a $100 bicycle. This is the back end of the bike. My little chopper. My cut-off back fender. All in all, I'm very happy with this bike. It rides very nicely. And some people like the Raleigh 20. Well, I like this one better, because the beauty of this one is the frame flexes. I can pull it about ½ an inch towards me from the handlebars to the seat when I'm just sitting there. And you know, that helps to smooth out, believe it or not, that acts like a shock absorber. The springiness of the frame takes the harshness out of the bumps. I also happen to think this looks better than the Raleigh 20. So there is my little Rog Pony decal. That's on the seat tube. There's what's left of the one on the front. I spilled paint on it, and I wouldn't do that, but the previous owner did. My nice white rubber pedals, original of course. So that's my little Rog Pony. I'm thrilled to pieces with it. It rides great. It's lots of fun. There's the Weinman side pull brakes, front and back. And I wish you lots of fun on your folding bike. And have a great day. Oh hi, one other thing I forgot to mention. When I got the bike, there was no room to tighten up the handlebars in this bracket. I don't know what the problem was, but you couldn't tighten it enough, because those two pieces came together and the handlebars weren't tight. So my solution, I cut a piece of copper pipe and put that in as a shim, and it works just fine. Anyway, always thinking how I can fix things. In the meantime, have a great day, and bye for now.